So I'm willing to fail, but I'm not willing to have regrets. Oh my God, what a good contrast frame. I'm willing to be embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, judged, rejected, disappointed, but I'm not willing to have regrets. But I want you to take a look at the middle circle. We all have goals, right? You have financial goals, you have lifestyle goals, you have charity goals, spiritual goals, relationship goals, career goals. But when we have a financial goal we're going to set for today, this is a model that I like for everything. Would you agree that having the right mindset and managing emotions is one of the critical pieces of achieving any goal? I mean, would you agree that mindset's what separates the best from the rest? Managing emotions and regulating those is critical as we're growing and learning and becoming more. Then would you agree that in order to achieve goals, we need to know, like, what do I need to do? What's the knowledge that I need? What are the skills that I need to achieve that goal? And then would you agree that in addition to the knowledge and the skills, we need to know the strategies of what I need to do, but also the tactics of how specifically? And then would you also then agree then with additional resources, tools, and creating timelines to accomplish stuff in, and creating systems or processes, we can take this mindset and these emotions and the knowledge and the skills and the strategies, and now we can create a process in the system that shifts us from having the possibility to achieve these goals to more probabilities and predictabilities to achieve these goals, right? So when I look at any goal, I don't care what the goal is, I look at, are these components in place? Are these components put in place? And if the answer is no, I don't get mad, I get busy. So if this is a really clear representation of what is required to achieve goals, then yours and my job is to just get better at this kind of stuff. I'm not going to just give you this stuff here. I'm going to give you details for achieving goals, right? So from a neuroscience perspective, let me go back to neuroscience, neuropsychology, all right, and behavior, okay, behavioral neuroscience, which is really around my specialty, is yours and my brain, if we wanted to work in concert, in coherence, in harmony, then we need to know the what. What do we want to achieve? We need to know the how. We need to know the why, and we need to want to know by when. And then we focus on the tools and resources and people that we can use to upgrade our knowledge and skills. Does that make sense? So when we are clear about what I want to achieve, and I'm going to be committed, how am I going to do this? Why must I do this? We're activating the limbic system in the brain. By when gives me some timelines to activate a couple other key circuits in our brain. And then we become the person who implements the strategies that develops the skills over time. All right. So first two slides are critical because you'll understand my framework for what I do, whether it's with an individual that pays me $1 million or a company or somebody who wants to lose weight and keep it off, because all the how-to exists. Would you agree? Would you agree that all of the how-to, how do I achieve X amount of money in 2022? How do I get out of debt in 2022? How do I build my business in 20? All the how already exists. You may not know how, but the how exists, right? All right. So, Kelly, this isn't in order of which needs to be where, just so you know. These are the components. So it's not the components in the right order. Okay. So I'm looking at your comments as well. So if all of it exists, here is the first level setting exercise that I do every year. Okay. I want to know what's working. I want to know what's not working and why. I want to know, is it a mindset issue? Is it a skill set issue? Is it a habit issue? Is it a fear issue? So let's have a little bit of fun, because this is going to be our participation. We're going to do this in a participatory way. What's working for you? Okay, so far, like what's working for you so far? Give me one thing that's working and one thing that's not in the chat. You're going to get these documents to fill out. Courtney, do we already have these documents for everybody? Hi, Kim.
Yep, I'm going to put the link in the chat for everybody.
Great. So we're going to put the link in the chat for you. So Lizzie, mindset is working. Lizzie, what's not? Your morning rituals are working. Learning new skills, that's a stick. Not being consistent, great. A lot of times, all right, we're just one or two little things away from creating the success that we want. It's not 100 things. It's usually one or two or three things, all right? All right, so passion is working. Awesome. Find clients is working. Great. Exercising, improving skills, that's working. The why is working. Awesome. Definitely passion. Wait, what's not working? Right? Love, exercises. Me too, Kim. So what's not working? Like what's not working that if you took care of that thing, you would be making traction and progress, right? So consistency is not working. Procrastination is an effect. Procrastination is not working because something else is happening, right? Perfectionism, that's self-esteem related, right? I saw somebody say, people distract me. No, you allow people to distract you. No, people don't distract you. You allow distraction. Okay, let's be responsible. All right. So fear, all right, is not working. Great. The scheduling is not working. Follow through is not working. Awesome. Love this. I love transparency, and what I call is radical honesty. If you are radically honest, you can make progress. Would you agree with that? If you're radically honest with yourself about what's working and what's not, you can make progress. If you're not willing to be radically honest and not skirt around the issues, progress is really, really hard. So one of the things that you're going to do, not right now, I didn't set this up as a workshop because we'd be here all day, but that is to start working on some of these documents that we've given you. All right. So when we are level setting, all right, for 2021, ending 21 strong, here is a question for you. And this is for yourself as well as for the group, right? Is where do you need the most help? Who or what can help you? So type that into the chat. Let's have a little bit of fun with this. So where do you need the most help? All right, where do you need the most help? This is part of a level setting exercise that I do. So setting up a business, getting clients, generating leads, technology, skills, social media. So social media for what end? Social media is a means to something. So systems, accountability, upgrading your sales skills, marketing, social media for leads, discipline and structure. Great. Need to attract clients. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right, so marketing website. Awesome. So there's how many business owners do we have in here? After you answer this question, if you're a business, just say I am. I'm a business owner, or yes, me. Great. I know many of you participated in the Business Breakthrough Challenge, and I know also many of you signed up for our Winning the Game of Business coaching for 2022, which is great, which is we're going to cover a lot of that in that coaching program, which is different than our Winning the Game of Money program. And I recognized some of you that are in the Winning Game of Business program also. And so once you know what you need the most help with, these start to become the things that are critical in order for you to break free, right? And so whenever we're doing a level setting, and I like to do level setting at the end of each year, I usually start in November and go right through to December. And then I start to create my plan for the next year. So Here's another question. What do you need to let go of in the next several weeks, the next several months? What do you need to let go of? Kiddos, what I mean by level setting is just having a radically true, honest discussion with yourself so you know where you are. All right, so that's what level setting is. So letting go of perfectionism and doubts, false beliefs, distractions, fear, overwhelm, limiting beliefs, self-doubt, fear of the unknown, so fear, negative self-talk, overcommitting, being in your comfort zone, letting go of procrastination. Many of you are also, I know, doing the Winning the Game of Fear program and Winning the Game of Procrastination program. Some of you need to consider that if that's what you want to let go of. All right. Distraction, perfection, that's your perfectionism is caused from low self-image or self-esteem. In many cases, past failures. All right. So overwhelming, you're taking on too much stuff. Love it. Great. Imposter syndrome. Great. So these are the things that are your attention getters, right? This is where you need to be paying attention. Okay. And so let's move on to this. And this is how you just go with the flow, right? You go with the flow. So let's talk about the what. Okay. Let's talk about the what. We're going to follow the process that I just shared. What are the 3 top financial goals you want to achieve in 2022? Now, what is a financial goal? I want to earn this much. I want to pay off this much. I want to have enough money to do blank. So what are your top 3 financial goals that you want to achieve, okay, in 2022? Why don't you share your specific and precise goal, okay? Specific and precise goal. And Pamela, when you have, I keep going Pamela, and I think it's Pamela. Whenever you've done this a lot of times, you just know how to go with the flow, right? All right, so Essa, earn 1 million, pay off debts, invest. All right, invest better, okay? So invest better, okay? To make what kind of return, right? So Janice, 222. So now double your income. That's one goal. What's another goal? 1 million in profit. Your financial goal. Now this is Pamela, says buy a home. That's not a financial goal. Okay. That's a non-financial goal. How much income do you need to earn to buy the home that you want? Christopher, net 250, eliminate $50,000 in bad debt, save 50. Perfect. Christopher, perfectly done. Juan Martinez, want to pay 2 mortgages and have 10 properties free and clear. What are the financial goals? Okay. What are the financial goals? Georgianne, I want to earn $150,000 in income in your business. I want to leave my day job is not a financial goal. Build my business to serve others, not a financial goal. Rochelle, 2 million revenue for my company, 400K personally, love it. Go to Bora Bora for your 50th birthday. Take a look at a place called Vahine Island, V-A-H-I-N-E, Vahine Island, amazing. But that's not a financial goal, right? So Lynn, pay off debt and taxes. Do you understand the difference between a financial and a non-financial goal? Financial goal is a number. Okay. Buy dad a Rolex. That's not a financial goal. I know you have to come up with how much money do you need to earn and pay the taxes on to buy dad a Rolex. Start investing is not it's a non-financial goal. All right. So just understand we have financial and non-financial. Michelle Hayes, earn $400,000 profit in your business. Great. What's your top line revenue? How much top line revenue do you need to earn in order to end up with 400,000 in profit? Okay. Pamela Ludwig, make 50K. Yassine, 100K in a year. Okay. That's one financial goal. Does anybody have a financial goal to give any amount of money to charity? That's a financial. Give 30,000, 10,000, 2,000, 1,000 to charity. Be debt-free, financial goal. 50K crypto. All right. Why do we want to be as clear as possible? All right, when we set goals in our brain, we use our imagination and our deductive reasoning factors, right? Our frontal cortex to be able to set the goals, right? To be able to envision the goals. So Joanne, double your income, and you don't have to put it in here, to what? How much, right? How much? All right, there, Juan, give 5%, save 10%. Good, that's a financial goal. So we want it around earning, top line, bottom line, investing, saving, getting out of debt, giving to charities, all right? Paying off our parents' mortgage of $75,000 or $750,000, all right? Are you understanding? I want clarity, 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 clarity. So getting out of debt is not it is a financial goal, but get clear on how much you need to earn. The more specific you are, I know some of you may not be comfortable here, but the more specific you are with yourself and anybody else that is helping you, the easier it becomes for your brain to come up with, how can I? Does that make sense? Chantal, earn $250 personal income, pay off $55,000 debt by December, pay back $60,000 loan in next 2 years. I love that. So maybe pay off $30,000 by the end of 2022. Chantal, perfectly done. Lou, save $50,000 for retirement. See, now we're getting deeper. The reason I like doing these group sessions is you can see what other people are writing, and you can see, okay, what it is that you can add to your goal setting exercise. Earn $150K in 2022. $2K to give to send grandkids to private school. Love it, love it, love it. All right, is this helpful when we start focusing on what and specifics, right? Specifics matter. We want clarity, 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 all right? So when we are setting our financial goals, okay, these are the things that you want to be considering. All right, saving for retirement, kids' college fund, down payment on a home, paying off your credit card debt within X amount of years. You need to go deeper into the details. So you can have long-term, you can have midterm, you can have short-term financial goals that start in 2022. Does this make sense? And we're not going to be able to do the workshop time, but what are your 3 financial goals? I want you to get clearer on this, based on, what you're seeing other people are writing and based on what I've just shared with you, okay? So let's take 3 minutes for you to get absolutely clear on your top 3 financial goals for 2022. Let's start the work here. You can always tweak it, all right? But take the information you've just seen and what I've just shared with you, all right? And let's get a precise, clear. I'm reading some of your comments here. All right. Ironman is not a financial goal. Okay. Unless you're going to win $100,000 for, winning first prize. So what are the financial goals for 2022? Can you get clearer than you've ever gotten before? You can go, how much I want to earn, how much I want to save, how much I want to invest, how much I want to pay off. Yassine, good. 100K by end of the year. Build a new house for DKK 4 million. See if you can put all your financial goals into one paragraph. One paragraph, one paragraph, one paragraph. Earn, save, invest. Do you want to save any for an emergency fund? Do you have any other financial goals? Clean up my credit is a financial goal. Have better credit is a financial goal. Set aside $10,000 or $20,000, for a vacation. Save $50,000 for my retirement and $50,000, for my travel fund. The more precise you can be, the easier it becomes for your brain to figure out how to achieve it. But too many people are not precise enough. And guess what? A lot of people don't do. They don't set goals because they don't believe they can achieve it. And they allow their lack of confidence, lack of certainty, lack of skills, lack of knowledge, lack of blank to control their thinking instead of saying, here's what I want to achieve, and then saying, how can I achieve it? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if it makes sense. You can set goals based on what you think you can achieve, or you can set goals based on who you can become to achieve those goals, right? Who you can become in order to achieve those goals. All right, so listen, what happens whenever we set goals that we don't know how to achieve, or that we're fearful we won't achieve, we're activating the sympathetic nervous system. When we have doubt and anxiety and stress and fear, our motive for action muscle is weak. And fear debilitates us because we don't have the how. So let me ask you a question. What has to happen in order for you to feel that comfortable so that you can actually set the goal? Develop the skills, partner with people who have the skills, get in a mastermind with people who are growing within your business that have those kinds of big goals, right? So here's what happens. When we're setting goals, our brain is using our own references and experiences and our history to set the goals for today. And what it's doing is protecting us from future pain or discomfort or embarrassment or shame or rejection or something negative, but it's causing us to feel that emotion today. And therefore we don't set goals that are bigger than our current self-image, knowledge, and skills will allow us to. Does that make sense, everybody? So what if we set the goal? What if we set the goal knowing I might fail? I got it. I might, not achieve it. I got it. I might feel disappointed. I got it. Okay. But what is more painful? Not setting the goal and becoming what I'm capable of becoming, or feeling that I'm not achieving my potential? What's more painful to you? Right. So what we want to do is we want to use the I'm willing to do whatever it takes to fulfill my potential and move away from ever feeling like I'm not willing to achieve my biggest goals and dreams. And the risk is that I will fail, and I accept that risk. Now, if you do your best and you upgrade your mindset and your skill set and your environment, not like where you live, maybe you have to, and you put yourself in the environment of people that'll lift you up and you'll lift them up as you climb, do you think that you can achieve way more by following your vision and your goals and learning the knowledge, the skills, and the strategies to achieve your goals than if you just set lower goals that protect you from failing?
Yep.
Great. I want you to set the goal you want to achieve and then upgrade your knowledge and your skills to become the type of woman who can achieve them, because you can.
Cool.
Because all the knowledge and skills are available. And I'm going to show you a process in just a little bit. Okay, to do that. Did that help anybody else other than Mary? Good. So when I was 20 years old, my first mentor, some of you remember this, right? I first set the goals for what I want to achieve. And then I wrote out a list of here's the knowledge I need. Here's the beliefs I need. Here are the skills that I need. And then Alan Brown helped me with the strategies of what to do and how to do it. I didn't know what to do or how to do it, but somebody who knew how to do it taught me. So Mary, I know that in your company, there are people that have done it. They know what you should say, when you should say it, how to say it. They know the objections. They know the answer to those objections. They know how many calls you need to make, how many people you need to see. They know all of that, right? If you learned the stuff that they know, would you accelerate the speed at which you could achieve success? I heard you say yes through the, you didn't, I mean, you're muted, but I heard you say yes. So, Mary, your recipe is I'm going to upgrade my knowledge and skills on how to do it by 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day is 9 40-hour weeks in 2022. 9 40-hour weeks. That's just over 2 months of training. If you upgrade your knowledge and skills of how I'm going to achieve $300,000 in 2022. The how will you achieve your goals in the next 12 months? We have the what. Now we want the how. And when we're figuring out the how, we want to focus on the strategies and tactics. So strategies are what you can do. The tactics are the specific details of how you will do it. All right. Strategies are what you can do. The tactics are the specific details, tools, and resources of what you need to accomplish this goal. Right? So when we talk about, all right, strategies of what you can do. So think about this. Let's play a little game, everyone. Okay, here's the little game. I want you to imagine that I want to lose 25 pounds of fat, or I want to release 25 pounds of fat. Okay. In one word answers only, okay, or 2 word answers at the most. What could I do to lose 25 pounds of fat? So I could lift weights, I could walk, I could reduce calories, I could eat less, I could exercise, I could intermittent fast, okay? I could get a coach, I could drink more water, I could sleep better, right? Those are 10, right? So exercise, sleep, nutrition, coaching, those are things I could do, right? So let's say that's the strategy. I could use exercise as a strategy. I could use sleep as a strategy, right? Now let's talk about tactics. Let's say I chose exercise. What would the specific details of the exercise that I would need to go to? So I would have to say exercise. What are the tactics? Tell me a tactic that I could implement. So biking, so exercise, biking for 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. So now I have strategy is exercise, biking is the details, right? 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. Now I have the what and I have the how. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That's how every goal should be broken down. What, how specifically, strategies and tactics. What strategies, tactics specifically. Anything less than this, everyone, and you are not going to be as effective. Why? Because your brain needs this level of detail. So I could choose exercise, yoga, an hour and a half per day, 6 days a week. Over a period of time, will I release the weight? Right? I could do 4 times a week strength training sessions, 2 days of HIIT training, right? So now we have what and how specifically. Can you see that if you use this process for setting a financial goal and saying, here's what I can do, here's what I'm going to do, here's when and how I'm going to do it. Does that make sense? When we break it down to the pieces, it becomes much more doable. When we are nebulous in how we're going to achieve it, we start moving furniture around the Titanic called busy work versus productive work. Here's what I can tell you from experience. I've literally coached either individually or in group session, hundreds of thousands of people. 97% do not have the details. They have the what, Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not. They don't have the how specifically. And the how specifically determines whether you achieve goals or not. So they don't have any plans. And many of you have heard me say this, right? Who knows what this means, right? And I know many of you know this because some of you are veterans with me. PPP equals PPP. Who knows what it means? PPP equals PPP. Piss poor planning equals piss poor performance. Piss poor planning equals piss poor performance. So if you are looking at your results right now for 2021, I would bet you $10 you didn't have plans in place for 2021, and you didn't have any way to tweak and adjust what you did. Would that be a fair, true, accurate statement? You may have had goals, but you didn't have the plans that you could set the plan and tweak and adjust. And you used the drug of choice, okay, in 2021. Drug of choice. Who wants to share the drug of choice? Hopium. Hopium is the drug of choice. You hoped and prayed that it would work out. Hopium is not a tactic. I've often said I'm not the smartest guy on the block, but I have some of the best processes to create predictability. I make up in process and discipline what most smart people don't have. So either you're going to get disciplined about your planning and how you're going to achieve it, or you're going to get really good at living with regret. Let me ask you a question, and this is for 2022, but it also plays beyond, right? Why must you achieve your goals in 2022? Like, why must you? Why? And ask you, why must I achieve my goals in 2022? Like, why must I? Not why should I, why I would like to. Why must I? Wow, that's a different question, isn't it? It's my mission, but we don't do stuff just because it's our mission. So Lisa, so your husband can retire. Show my kids what's possible. Because if I don't, nothing's going to change. To live my life to the max. But why must you live your life to the max? To the max. Parul, so you could be proud of yourself. Why is it important for you to be proud of yourself? Right? I want to go deeper than the platitudinal answers. Oh, Jackie, to live life without regrets, right? Because regrets have a cost and a price, right? Don't regrets have a cost associated with them? Like, I cannot fathom being on my deathbed having regrets. I can't stand the idea or the thought. So I'm willing to fail, but I'm not willing to have regrets. Oh my God, what a good contrast frame. I'm willing to be embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, judged, rejected, disappointed, but I'm not willing to have regrets. Oh, that's a good move away from. That's a big one for me. What's a big one for you? I must because. So Yassine, when you say to make an impact on more people and have the life I want, right? So I want to have an impact on more people, but that's a way to make 100% sure that I don't waste my God-given abilities and talents. So that drives me more than making an impact on more people. Does that make sense, Yassine? So I'm going to ask, why is that important? So I know we have our why, but ask yourself the next question. Why is that important? Because if I don't achieve this by my 50th birthday, I'll feel frustrated and depressed. So are you willing to do whatever it takes to upgrade your knowledge, your skills, your strategy, your tactics, your planning? Are you willing to fail, be embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, judged, Are you willing to do all of that, Rochelle, just so you won't feel frustrated, depressed, and disappointed? If the answer is yes, that's a really good motivator for you. Listen, the why is the motive for action, the motivator when we have fear, when we keep self-sabotaging, when we feel uncertain, when we lack confidence. Your why has to be bigger than the obstacle. Did you hear? Your why has to be bigger than the obstacle, the mental, emotional, or strategical obstacle, right? So you need to know what you refuse to have happen, what you refuse to settle for. And it's okay to say, I refuse to settle for less than fulfilling my potential because I refuse to live in scarcity and to not achieve my potential because. And why that's important to me is this. We need to have a why that is bigger than the obstacles, because let me promise you something. Obstacles come every day, every week, every month, every quarter. Right? So why your company? But why is that important? And Susan, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Because you have to get to the point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Because if you're sick and tired, you may be comfortable and sick and tired. So Maria, why is that important for you? Like, why is it important for you to leave a legacy for your family? Right? I want you to go beneath the surface of why. I want you to go to the deep, deep, deepest level. Okay? Deepest level. Can I share a little story I haven't shared in a long time? It's a play along story though. Is that okay if I have you play along a story? I wanted to, and many of you know that I consider myself spiritual, but not religious, okay? And the term that I use for the universal intelligence, not religion, but universal intelligence, the term I use is God, okay? And I believe that God, this intelligence that's in the universe that permeates all space, all time, that is omnipotent, omnipresent in everyone and everything, is this intelligence that gives us and sustains our life. If you're okay with that meaning, then I want to have a little bit of fun just to make a point. I want you to imagine going back in time to just before you were conceived, just before the little sperm and the little egg united and 23 X chromosomes and Y chromosomes came together and started to divide 26 times to create you. Well, let's go to the moment just before that. Imagine if you in that space were able to meet this creative intelligence and force that I call God, whatever you call it is okay. And imagine you were there with 250 million prospects. And this entity, intelligence, God, said, hey, if I choose you and give you life and put you on that little blue planet called Earth, one of my many, many planets in the Milky Way galaxy and beyond, if I give you life, what will you do with your life? If I give you life, you're not chosen yet, but if I give you life and sustain it for 85 to 100 years on that little blue planet called Earth, I want you all to ask yourself this question. Maybe you can start typing in the chat. If this God entity asked you that question, what would you say you would do with your life? You weren't chosen yet. What would you do with your life? What would you do? Like you haven't, there's 250 million other applicants. They're saying, pick me, choose me, choose me. If you give me life, I'm going to do this with it. What would you do with this? Uplift others. Why? I would help people. I would be happy. I would be joyful. I'd be an amazing parent. I would nurture and give and share. Like, what would you do? What would you do with that life that you were given? Would you create a life that would be so respectful of being given this opportunity? Would you overcome any obstacle in your way? Would you let go of limiting beliefs and fears and lack of confidence and lack of certainty and self-sabotaging behavior and procrastination? Would you let go of all that stuff? Would you just like, oh my God, if I was given life, I would treasure it. I would respect it. I would nurture every moment. So let me share something with you that may help. I've played this game in my own mind that I know I was given life by the creative intelligence that is life. It's within me. And I imagine that one day, not only am I one with that which created me right now, but one day my physical body will transition back into that energy. And I imagine in my own mind that this thing that gave me life will ask me a question. Say, hey, John, I gave you X number of years. What did you do on that little blue planet? Who did you become? Who did you help? What obstacles did you overcome? And here's what I refuse to say. I didn't live up to the potential that you gave me. Period. End of story. I refuse to have that discussion. So limiting beliefs, show me how to let them go. Oh, I need to do some planning. Show me how. Oh, I need to not be as afraid as I am that somebody might reject me or put me down or not love me. Oh, I need to upgrade my skills. It's available to me just so I don't ever have to feel that way, that I didn't use life that was given to me as the gift. Well, guess what? If you go back all the way past your birthday, go back about 285 days beyond that, at that moment of mom's egg and dad's sperm coming together, you were already chosen. You made it, and 249,999,999, okay, didn't make it. You were already chosen. You've already won the lottery. Life is your gift. Life is your gift. Every moment, every day, every hour that we can lift each other up as we climb. We can get better. We can let go of what's holding us back. We can upgrade what we need to upgrade. I don't care if you're 20 or 80, right? You're here. This is your gift. This is your gift right now. You're not here to play small. That's not what you're here. Money? We're setting financial goals for 2022. All of the how-to exists. All of the how-to is already here. There's none of you that's trying to colonize Mars right now. I need to get my mindset right. Okay, how? I need to listen to some audios and do some planning and ask for help and upgrade my skills. Okay, let's go. Like freaking let's go. I need to learn how to manage my emotions better. I've got $100 billion brain, and I think that I'm going to allow emotions to control me just because I've never learned about my emotions, how to control them. Stress, anxiety, I'm going to let that hold me back. Come on. Come on. Really? In 2021, you're going to allow that to happen to you? A gift that you are? Billions of years of evolution, 2 million years of human evolution, 250,000 years of Homo sapien on this planet Earth. And you're going to play small because you're afraid? Because you're procrastinating because your self-image was hurt when you were a child? Because you have doubts and anxiety and stress and fear because you haven't upgraded your skills? The price is too great not to change and get better now. Right? We are hurling towards death of the physical body. We never die, right? We never die. Energy can neither be created or destroyed, is evenly present in all places at all times. Energy just goes through a transmutation from non-physical to physical, back to non-physical. We never die, but our experience for this amount of time ends sometime. There are some people did not wake up this morning that thought they would. Let's get serious and have fun and lift each other up as we climb. Why? Because I refuse to squander my life. That's why. I can take being beaten up. Listen, give me a second. I'm going to do some. Hold on. I'm running around my sister's house. I'm running around my sister's house. I'm going to show you something. Are you having some fun? Is this making sense? All right. You guys know what I have here in my hand? These are Canadian dollars. These are US dollars. Let me see what I got here. How many of you would like 20 bucks? I don't have hundreds. I only have 20s. How many of you would like 20 bucks? Okay. Like 20 bucks? Okay, hold on. How many of you still want this 20 bucks? Throw it on the floor, step on it. Okay, so you spit on it again. Who still thinks this is worth 20 bucks? Is this still worth 20 bucks no matter how much it's been spat on, stepped on, rejected, thrown away? Listen, I know you have battle scars, okay? But you're still worth same amount. Still 20 bucks. Some of you, I know, are victims of some of your past conditioning, but don't forget your worth. Your worth hasn't diminished just because you've been spat on, stepped on, traumatized, hit, rejected, disappointed. You're still worth the same. Does that make sense, everyone? Let's get real, all right? Let's start setting some goals worthy of your life, okay? Don't ask yourself if your goals are worthy of you. Ask yourself whether your goals are worthy of your life, because this is a short game we're playing here, okay? This is a short game we're playing here, and I want you to be proud. I want you to be motivated. I want you to lift yourself up, because the how exists. You just need to get serious about letting go of what's holding you back. Before you know it, all right? Some of my colleagues over here that are, in their 60s and 70s and maybe even 80s, right? We're on the back nine. We don't know whether we have one more round of golf or one more inning, right? So we got to get serious and do what we can with what we've got, all the how to let go of what's holding us back. We know mindset, managing emotions, plus skill set. All right, now, 2022, let's make this the year that you break free of your limitations and break free okay, into the next level or beyond. Okay. You have the tools. You're in the right environment here. Okay. I know I can help you get way past where you are. And the team that we have put together for you is going to help you as well. So let's break free and break through. Everybody ready? Just give me a yeah in the chat or a yes, let's do this. All right. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more playing, no more delaying. Delay's a stalling tactic. No more. That's done. Let's do this. All right. So why? Because refuse, okay, to settle. I don't want to be a settler. I don't mind going for the stars, okay, and ending up on Mars or one of the planets. All right. So what is your big why? All right. Know that your life really matters, greater purpose and meaning, feeling better about yourself, serve God. All right. Like what's your why? Like show my kids the possibilities. Why is that important? You know what? I want to show you something. Let me see if I find something. Oh, I didn't save it. I had a really wonderful all right. I had a message from my son, Noah, that was a heartwarming message the other day, just around the stuff that he's learned from me that he's applying in his life right now. And it just brought tears to my eyes just because, you know, he said to me, you know, he was doing some stuff and I said, I was proud of you. And he goes, well, thank you. And then he says, you know, I know sometimes you think I haven't been listening to you, but I have been. I was like, oh my God, that just like, oh, that was it right there. That was it right there. You know, he's like, that was it right there. He was overcoming something. And it was just like, that's it right there. Yeah, I can pass it on to him, right? So let's get our big whys and let's make sure that we have that. All right. And when your why is big enough, what you have to do and what you must endure becomes a little bit easier. It's not that it becomes easy. It becomes a little bit easier. Why? Because your why is bigger than the fear, bigger than the uncertainty, bigger than the doubt, bigger than the stress, bigger than if your why is bigger than those things, you are bigger than it, right? Some of you are making your obstacles bigger than you. You're making your obstacles bigger than you, forgetting you are a spiritual entity that's genius. 70 organs in your body, 9 systems, you know, consuming food and air and hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen and carbon and creating cells, and cells are dying and hair is growing and nails are growing and food's being digested, converting into energy for your mitochondria and using the fats. Is, oh my God, do you realize how brilliant you are? And I'm setting my goals here when I'm capable of this. Let's set goals so big they scare us, and then let's become the person capable of achieving those goals. And Kim, yes, it's effing amazing, right? So make your why big enough so your why is bigger than any obstacle. And so here's the question. If you had to achieve the goals that you set next year, if you had to, all right? And here's another game I play. Can all of you think of one person that you love, like more than life itself? Can you put the name of that person in the chat? Put the name of the person in the chat. Abby, Mama, your twin, Junius. Yeah, put the name of that person in the chat. Rodham, your daughters, Oliver, Milo, Samuel. Great, one person. I want you to imagine this scenario. A year from right now, all of us are going to meet again on this date. And if you don't achieve the financial goals that you set, imagine you will never see that person again 1 year from now. You'll never see them again. You won't know whether they're dead or alive. You won't know where they are in the world if they're alive. You just won't, they're just disappear from your life. All right. How many of you would let go of your limiting beliefs? How many of you would stop procrastinating? How many of you would stop self-sabotage? How many of you would learn how to manage fear? How many of you would build up your self-image? How many of you would ask for help? How many of you would get your skills and strategies and tactics? And how many of you would stop wasting your freaking life and start doing what you need to do every single day? How many of you would do that if somebody else's life was on the line? You'd let go of your stories and excuses and reasons, right? And then you would do what you have to do because somebody's life is on the line. Well, guess what? Your life is on the line, not to achieve the goals, okay? It's to become who you can become when you fully commit. If somebody's life was on the line, you would commit to doing whatever it takes. Why aren't you right now? Yeah, to save the life of your sons, you'd do anything, Maria. What about to make sure your life is the masterpiece it's supposed to be? Right? Like, why not treat your life that important, that valuable? Chances are they would give their life for you and you'd give your life for them, right? So make sure your why is big enough so that you don't have stories and reasons and excuses that are bigger than that. All right. Is this good? Good stuff today? I want to get you motivated, and equipped with how to do this. All right. For some of you, I know you're in the Winning Game of Money program. Great. Some of you are in the Winning Game of Business program where I teach you how to grow your business. All right. To 6 figures or 7 figures a year. And we just opened that up. For some of you, you need Winning Game of Fear to get over your fears that are holding you back. For some of you, you need Winning Game of Procrastination. Is anybody here done fear or procrastination? If you have, let people know what it's like in the chat. Got both, Audrey? Awesome. Okay. As you, these are skills and tools to retrain your brain when you are ready. Okay. So then, all right, so then we have when, like when. Like you got to develop your timelines. I'm going to do this by this date. I'm going to do this on Monday, this on Wednesday, this on Friday. I take Saturday off. Okay. Lorna, you did Winning Game of Fear. You're a changed person. Love it. Cassandra, doing fear, it's helped you immensely. Awesome. Jeff Spencer, you should have an email right away to get access to those. So you shouldn't be waiting for anything. Jeff, connect with support@myneurogym.com right away. Essa, Winning Game of Procrastination is absolutely amazing. Pamela. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, those are programs that are specific to self-esteem, self-worth, self-image, self-confidence is procrastination, and overcoming any fear is Winning Game of Fear. Okay. So Gary, you've paid, you don't have access. Sonny Carter. Great. Awesome. Yeah. Winning Game of Money is awesome. Courtney, can you please look into Gary Michael Hunter?
Sure can.
And also, hold on, Jeff Spencer also. Okay, support has been slow. We'll get him on, Jeff. Mary, only if you have the time can you do 2 programs at the same time. Procrastination takes less time than money. So if you have time to do both, that's great. It's stuff that you need. So if you need it, then you'll do it, right? Okay, let me continue. So now we want to do the when. Okay, so when are you going to do X? When are you going to do Y? Like you want to put time on. So we need what, why, how, when. When we do that, okay, we have different parts of our brain that are activated, whether it's the insula and nucleus accumbens and the release of the dopamine we need, whether it's the serotonin. We have different circuits that turn on or off, and we have what, how, why, when. All right. So what we want to do, all right, is really start focusing on the process. Okay. And so this is the planning that you need to do. All right. So when you are creating your timelines, okay, people always ask me, how long does this take? Well, in the absence of expertise, you got to do research to determine what is reasonable and doable versus what is hope and prayer. Okay. And how long should something take? Well, it depends on your knowledge, skills, and what I call are your financial, non-financial abilities. So for some things that you want to get done, you can hire other people to do it. But if you don't have the resources to hire people, it's going to take you longer to do it. Okay. So the critical piece here, all right, is to base your decisions based on your financial, non-financial abilities and your knowledge and skills. And then the other part is, how urgent is it to achieve your goal? Like, how urgent is it? And then how many other competing priorities do you have in your life? Here's the thing that I know is life. Life is complex. Health, wealth, relationships, career, business, family, finances, fun, experiences, charity, religion, God, debt. It's complex. There's a lot of pieces, but this is exactly why we have to take time to think, then plan, and then execute and tweak. Think, plan, act, execute, right? Assess and tweak. And so we have to invest a little bit of time, okay, prioritizing the urgent and critical versus the important. Many of you, I would assume, based on history, you're confusing productivity with activity. You're active. I know you're busy, but are you busy doing the right things? Hey, this is John, and if you liked that video, watch the next video because it is packed with things that you can do right now to achieve success way faster than ever before.